When a woman comes to me asking, hey, is busyness a turn off to men? I tell her the truth. Maybe. There's 4 categories that I use and ask a woman who comes to me about to tell whether she could be turning men off with her busyness or whether her busyness could actually be very attractive to a guy. The first one is balance. Balance is your ability to devote time to other things. It's your ability to literally balance your time between your work versus your hobbies, your interests, your friends, your exercise, all these sorts of things. It's important as a busy woman, you still maintain balance. In fact, it's important for anyone to maintain balance. So you might be busy, you might work really long hours. However, if you're still able to make time for friends, for hobbies, for dating and relationships, particularly if the right guy was to come along, then your balance is great. However, if you are busy to the extent where you can't fit in anything else, where your exercise is suffering, where you're not seeing your friends, where even if I was to bring the right guy to you, you couldn't actually make time for him, then your busyness could well be a turn off to a guy. Now, it's important too, you check for excuses with this one, and I'll always ask my clients when they tell me they're too busy to date or too busy to multi-date, I'll say, well, are you spending time watching TV? Are you spending time scrolling social media? Are you spending time sitting on the couch? It's amazing how when we have the motivation, we often find the time. So check for excuses with your busyness and have a look how you are balancing that busyness in your life. Number 2 is vulnerability. So one thing that busy women struggle with is that a lot of them are in classically masculine roles throughout the day. If you're busy, you might be calling the shots throughout the day, you might be telling people how it is, kicking butt, basically putting your stamp on life. And often, particularly in the corporate world, the banking world, even in the medical world, this requires you to have your walls up, and it means you can't show your vulnerable side at work. If you take that home to your dating, then men are going to do the same in response. They're going to put their walls up. Some busy women struggle with an inability to be vulnerable, and if that's the case, your busyness could be a turn-off to a guy. The third one, and this is a big one, is stress levels. Now, there's 2 reasons your stress levels as a busy woman can be a turn-off to a guy. Number 1, stress and worry are both future-based. You don't stress and worry about public speaking when you're actually public speaking. You're just handling it as you go. All the stress and the worry about public speaking is before you go and do it. Now, the feminine, when it's at its most confident, is a present energy. It's vibrant, it's confident, it's there, it's relaxed. This is the energy that's going to be most attractive and most polarizing to men. Thus, when you're in a state of worry or stress, you're thinking forward. You won't have the same vibrations, you won't have the same confidence, and thus you'll dull your feminine light. Men, therefore, when you're under stress, are not going to feel as attracted to you. The second reason is that stress is contagious. I found this out as a veterinarian on many occasions because we would have dogs we could calm down and we could relax them in the clinic, and then we would have dogs that were just so stressed in their cages, they just wouldn't calm down no matter what we did. And the stress from the dog would spread to the vets, it would spread to the vet nurses, it would spread around the clinic. And it's not a nice feeling. Same applies to humans. If you're stressed all the time, that's going to be contagious to the men you meet and date. And thus your busyness causing stress could very well be a turn-off to a guy. Number 4 is intent. Ask yourself why you are busy. Are you busy because you genuinely have filled your time with things that you love and you love your life right the way it is? Or are you always busy because you're trying to prove yourself to someone? Are you busy because when things are quiet, your mind overacts and you don't want to deal with that? Are you busy because you don't want the vulnerability that comes with making time for dating and relationships? Ask yourself why you're busy, and if you're busy for the right reasons, then it will not be a turn-off to a guy. Now, before I finish, one more thing. Can men be turned off by even the good kind of busy woman? Of course they can. There's insecure men everywhere who might be turned off by you being busy, even if you're doing everything right. But that's not the kind of man you want to attract. And you're okay, your busyness will filter those guys out just fine. So don't worry about them. Just worry about your balance, your vulnerability, your stress levels, and your intent. And as long as you get these things right, the right guy will not be turned off by you as a busy woman. Well, that's the video. Thank you so much for watching. Let me know your thoughts, comments, questions. Do you agree, disagree? Space below, you know what to do. Hit the big red subscribe button with the little bell and the thumbs up. And of course, get the book. The first chapter of my book is now available from the link in the description below. Thank you again for watching, and I'll see you in the next video very soon.
You're not